It's the NFL on EA Sports, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Saints and the Falcons, next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading the charge will be their quarterback, always fun to watch, Deshaun Watson. For Kamara on first down, but the running room closes up quickly as he's only able to get a yard there. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 54 yards.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And bulldozing his way through. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This defense for the Falcons, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, in a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Well, Kamara with a carry on first down, but this defense on him in a hurry, and he'll wind up losing a couple. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play. They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
To throw is Watson. They'll get this out to Kamara. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be piloted by their veteran quarterback, standing 6'4". It's Ryan Tannehill.
And he was terrific in the opener, threw 3 touchdown passes, and make no mistake about it, he was eager to get right back out and do it again. So I think we'll see him try to test his secondary quite a bit as this game goes on.
He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Here's Tannehill. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now a handoff to Dillon. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be taken in by Ridley for a Falcon touchdown. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years, and the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks, and I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. This is caught inside the 15. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. after one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go.
The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
Again, Kamara. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the wall.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6. And Lutz's kick is good. Well, I don't know if they would have gone for it on 4th and goal anyway, but the sack on 3rd down pretty much made their mind up for them.
You're exactly right about that, and this is a tough place on the field to take a sack because, as you just noted, it took the decision-making away from them. Now they have to go for a field goal instead of potentially going for it.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were victorious over the Chargers last week, and now they work with a lead again here as they come up 1st and 10. Tannehill. That one complete. He finds Shark. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's the big man Dillon with it. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have the Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Tannehill's throw taken in by Ridley here. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
If you're running out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He dumps this off to Dillon underneath. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it's a 2nd down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Good start. start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown score or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
But so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Kamara try the right side. And some room to roam now. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Now Sean Payton going to say, let's go for 2 on this one. They'll turn to Kamara, and he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now leading his offense back out there. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Tannehill. That's going to be caught by Pitts. Touchdown, Falcons. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big-time play there for New Orleans.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now a first down throw. Watson steps away to his left. Touchdown, Saints. That's caught at the 1. Michael Thomas, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the scores, the kicks away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. From the gun on third down, Tannehill. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Touchdown! Michael Thomas, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Saints on just 2 plays have taken the lead. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes, because that's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far, and fun to watch. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Tannehill on 1st down. Open man right side is Shark. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Off play action, Tannehill. He'll dump this down to Dillon. That's complete. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd went to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. Ronald Jones has a touchdown run. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Rams. Devontae Adams, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break. These two coaching staffs likely going through their final adjustments for the second half. One of these teams is going to emerge 2-0. But who will it be? To find out, let's go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Taking it about the 1. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Back to throw, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw taken in by Chark.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill.
Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Pitts.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Throw on the right side, complete to Harrison. Touchdown, Falcons! A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
2nd down, and it's Kamara again. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
79 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. And Watson has enough for the first down yardage as he slides to the turf.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Flushed out right.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, Kamara. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that would look like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
Throwing again is Watson. Dancing to his left. Finding room to the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's Watson. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Here's Watson. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but he does bring up fourth down. And Lutz puts this one through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. So a response there to the touchdown on the opening drive of this third quarter as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think you'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match them touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball, and they say the ball looks bigger when it's approaching the plate and they're smacking it around. I think for him, the windows to throw into are wide open. Doesn't matter whether they're tight or not. He feels like it's wide open, puts it in there. 4 touchdown passes. He thinks he's going to throw a whole lot more before this one's over.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 26.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, Tannehill. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Gain to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Kamara gets it again on second down. Only a couple there, so he'll be brought down about the 28.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Saints on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Watson escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
And yes, everyone, that was the fullback carrying the football. I know it's a dying breed, it's a dying position for a lot of people, but I still think it's valuable and important, especially one who can carry the ball.
And you need short yardage. What makes sense? Go to a big body, let him plow forward just like he did there.
It's still a big man's game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 113 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson out to his left.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. To throw is Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Richie Grant.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison. And all the way to the opposite 48. It's a big play there for Atlanta.
Well, Charles, looked like that had to be a mix-up there defensively.
You always question that type of confusion. They actually lost him in the middle of the field, gave him all sorts of room to run, and he took big-time advantage of it. That's an error you just can't make on the defensive side of the ball.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Well, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. On second down, another run for Dillon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. The Falcons in victory formation as they take a knee. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Tannehill to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
Well, Brandon, they're getting to 2-0, and this time they're able to take a knee at the end and secure the victory.
Preseason, coach said their goal, they obviously want to win everything. He said, I think we can get off to a 3-0 start. Well, here they are looking at 2-0 right now. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Buddha.